In this video, I'll be taking a look at a keyboard sent out to me by Vissels, the V84. Not only will I be talking about its features, reviewing it, giving you my recommendation, but I will be modding it and giving it to my best friend. This video is broken up into two parts, the stock review and the modding, so there will be timestamps on the screen for you to check out whenever you're about to enter a new part. Enjoy. Alright, let's talk about the keyboard, the Vissels V84. So this keyboard is a 75% or 84 key keyboard. It has a nice compact layout, pretty similar to some other things made by Keychron, but this is a Vissels keyboard. It is also hot swap with north-facing LEDs, 5-pin though, and it is wireless. It can also pair it up to 5 different devices, which is pretty cool. Usually keyboards do 3 devices, this one is 5. And if you're on Mac, this does come with extra keycaps that you can put to make it look like a Mac keyboard. This keyboard also does have Vissels' very own VS linear switches. They have an actuation force of 45 grams, 2mm actuation travel, and 4mm full travel. And they are factory lubed, and this is some of the best factory lube job I've seen on a Switch. Definitely not perfect, but one of the better jobs I've seen. So overall, I mean, for $100, this keyboard is packing a lot of features that are very promising. The battery is rated for 19 hours with the full RGB on, and 180 hours with them off, which is pretty good. This keyboard also does have a software. It's pretty basic, but gets the job done. It really wasn't that buggy in my experience. It's a good software. This keyboard also does come with obviously all white cherry profile PBT keycaps. And the keycaps are actually decently made. They're not cheap PBT that just feels like ABS. Like, there is some grit to it. It's not the most like insane grit ever, but it's definitely noticeable PBT. So yeah, they're definitely gonna last longer than some other ABS options out there, have less grease stains, all that good stuff. Talking about some other things of the keyboard, it does have plate mount stabilizers that really don't have the best factory lube job. You'll hear them later in the sound test, but they are plate mount stabilizers, which is, you know, for $100, that's not the end of the world. It's actually pretty expected. But yeah, I mean, you definitely want to work on them if you're gonna get this keyboard. Another cool feature of this keyboard is that it has magnetic legs. So you can just pop this off with a magnet and boom, you can have the keyboard sit flat like that. Or you can pop it back on and have a 60-degree typing angle. Some other things this keyboard comes with is this nice wrist rest. It's a pretty cheap feeling one. It's definitely not gonna last you a long time, I feel like. It's like a very squishy material, which means it's gonna bottom out really fast. But hey, I mean, $100, you can't complain for that. You get this nice cloth, I don't know, maybe just to wipe your keyboard off every now and then if you get it dirty. It comes with extra keycaps that match whatever OS you use, whether it be Windows or Mac. It comes with a very nice switch puller. It comes with a nice keycap puller too. I really like this design of keycap pullers. Nice and ergonomic or whatever. The keyboard also does come with a cable. It does not come with a receiver because it's Bluetooth and not 2.4 gigahertz or whatever. And lastly, there are these two things in the box. They have 3M on the other side, but I'm not entirely sure what these are. They're like little pads. They don't really have much squish to them, but they're little pads. I'm not really sure what they are. I mean, the bottoms already have nice pads on them, so I don't think it's for that. Yeah, you get these. So without further ado, let me show you the typing test. So yeah, I think the typing test on this was very solid for stock $100. Definitely the stabilizers need some work. There is a lot of rattle in them. Yeah, like that's not great. These switches were smooth for the most part though, but every now and then I felt like I typed on an over-lubed switch, almost like it wasn't the most consistent factory lube job. But overall, it was one of the better factory lube jobs I really felt. A lot of other things I feel are really scratchy. But of course, if you really wanted to, probably go in, dry them off, and do your own lube job over again. So yeah, that is part 1 of the video, reviewing the keyboard stock. I mean, stock, this keyboard is great, $100. I think it has a better stock experience than the RK61, to be honest with you. And the RK61 is my most favorite stock keyboards. But I do think this one is better, mainly because of the switches. Stabilizers aren't that great, but I think the switches carry it a long way. Also, it has a 75% layout. That's great, to be honest with you. The case is made out of plastic. It's not aluminum or anything, but that's expected for $100. Overall, this keyboard stock for $100, I can recommend it, especially if you want to this layout. I recommend it, to be honest. And it's only gonna get better modded, so let's go into that. Now, let phase 1 of the modding begin, the disassembly. While I'm taking off the keycaps and switches, let me plug my Discord, discord.gg/minutech, a great place to talk about anything Minecraft or tech related. Join it now, let's go. Oh my god, okay, there we go. Everything's off now. Plain board, just stabilizers. These really do look like what are they, Telios? Oh, and I don't have a container, that's why they're all like out right now. And one major downside is it looks like I'm not going to be able to take the plate off. I took off the screws on the top, but there are some extra little places right there. I'll mark it in the editing. But yeah, there's like caps covering other screws. I tried looking under the feet, but nothing. So yeah, it looks like this case is not meant to be opened. Now I'm sure you could really pry open this board from certain angles, but I don't want to snap this. I actually want this keyboard to work, so I'm not going to put any case film inside or try to. The board didn't really even sound that hollow to begin with, probably because there's a battery in there occupying space. So yeah, not opening this board up. I don't think it really needs to anyway. Alright, the first mod I'm going to take care of would be the stabilizers, arguably the most important. These are play mounts, so I just have to pop them out. Easy peasy. Alright, 1 second, I'm gonna go clean the factory lube off of all of these stabilizers and I'll be right back. Alright, these stabilizers have been modded and put back on the board. I didn't really get footage of me testing them and putting them on and stuff, but long story short, dielectric grease on the wires, Krytox on the housings. Band-aid mod only on the spacebar stabilizers. I put them right here on top of the plate and also below the stabilizers on the PCB. Yeah, mainly just get rid of some rattle and all that stuff. But yeah, here's the board stabilizer done. All that is left is to put the keycaps and the switches on. And oh yeah, if you just somehow like could not tell by now, obviously I'm using Gateron yellows. You know, before anyone comments, oh, why didn't you get anything more premium for your friend? Oh my god, he's your best friend, you should have put Gateron Black inks. He came over one day and I had him test different switches and he said he wanted these in his board, so that's what he's getting. And plus, Gateron yellows are on the lighter side and he mainly games, so that'll just help him out a lot more. Oh, I do not have enough Gateron yellows. How come none of you guys told me, bro? What the heck? And boom. Now the keycaps we were going with, he also told me he wanted these on this board, so don't yell at me for not getting any others. Let me go get them. He told me he wanted the Iquinix L80 keycaps. Yeah, kind of an unexpected choice by him, but hey, this is what he wanted, this is what he's gonna get. Alright, here we are. Full keycap set is now on the keyboard. The L80 did not have a pause button, so I just had to use the regular pause button. I think it still looks fine. Actually, let me try something. Yeah, that's much better, actually. So, yep, there it is. So far, I think it looks amazing, to be honest. I think he had a good call on the keycap set. I think it looks great with this board. Do I dare say it's time for a typing test? Good.
Thanks. Oh shit!
Spacebar.
That is ridiculous, dude.
See ya.
It's lubed up and everything?
Yeah.